Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Dave. I'm a licensed podiatrist. I'd like to thank you for watching my video on my Frugal Foot YouTube channel. So let's say that you just pulled out your inserts and you're going to trim them to fit the inside of your shoe. The best way to do this is actually pull out the sock liner. That should be the liner in the insole of your shoe. It should freely come out. Sometimes they're glued in or stitched in. If that's the case, you may wreck it by pulling it out. But it's always best to be able to get the sock liner out first before putting in the actual arch support. But what happens, and oh, by the way, the best way to trim these, take the sock liner and make sure it's lined up right there on the back of the heel, and then go ahead and trim off the overlap so that the insert is the same length as the sock liner. But let's say that by accident you trim too much off and you can feel that at the end of the shoe. You can feel your toes kind of hitting that edge, and that could be very, very uncomfortable. So here are a couple options. When you look at the insert itself, there's two lengths. Well, the insert ends right here, and this is called metatarsal length. So when you look at a foot and you put the foot up against the insert, like that, the metatarsals end right here, and that's where the insert should end. That's assuming that the foot is the correct length for your insert. This is a size, I think it's like a size 7. Whoops. What is this? This is a size 10.5 ladies. I think this is probably a size 9 ladies, so it's a little small, but you get the point. So this is called metatarsal length, and this is full length. In other words, arch supports can be trimmed to be full length or metatarsal head length. Now, I think if you cut this insert down to metatarsal head length, you will probably feel the edge of that insert right at the edge of the shell. And that might be uncomfortable. So to do that, you would simply take your scissors and trim right along the edge of that, and you'll throw this part away and just keep your insert like that in your shoe. That is the last ditch effort because like I said, you might not like that edge or you might be okay with it, but that's a last ditch effort. But before you do that, there is a third way that you can cut these insoles that might work very, very well, and it's called sulcus length. So when you look at the foot, here's full length, here is met head length, and the area right here is called sulcus length. So this is along the shaft of the first bone in the toes. If you cut that insert so that the edge goes just like that, it may work because your toes bend a little bit and that center part of the bone lifts off of the arch support. Now, I'm not going to cut this super feet insert, but just to give you an idea, I'll use this little insert here. So sulcus length, if I put it would be right about, there's the center part of those bones. So it's going to be basically right here. Okay, so how do we trim this? I put a little mark there so I know where to start. And I'm going to start with my scissor. There we go. So it looks like that. All right, now when you put this in your shoe, there's nothing up front, just basically the floor of the shoe. But now when you step down on the insert, it fits right there. That's where you want it to be. And hopefully you'll roll off of that and not feel the edge of your insert. And that will save you from having cut the insert too short initially. If that doesn't work, go ahead and cut it right at the end of the actual arch support, the plate there, and try that. And if that doesn't work, you don't like that, well then the garbage. And go ahead and buy another one and follow the rule that I learned, which was cut judiciously, a little bit at a time, because you cannot put it back on once you cut it off. I hope this helps out. Hope this helps you with this problem of cutting an insert too short and saves you from having to buy another insert. Please give this video a thumbs up if you learned something. I'm Dr. Dave, and I'll see you on my next video.